What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 upcoming mods. This is a series where I show you guys some otherwise unreleased mods, but some images or other assets shared by mod authors for us, with the aim being to generate some hype around a lot of these different mods. In today's episode we have a step away from weapon mods. We're going to be checking out a lot of mods that aren't weapons, some armor, some other mods that I think you guys are going to find pretty interesting. I do link pretty much everything I show you guys in this series down below in the description, so I really encourage you to click on some of those links, endorse the content you are seeing, whether actually clicking the endorse button on Nexus or even subscribing or liking a YouTube video. If you guys do enjoy my content, I do encourage you to subscribe or like or comment or whatever you feel like you want to do today. With all that being said, let's just jump right into it. So the first mod I do want to show you is called the Militarized Minutemen. Basically, this is going to be a work in progress of some new armor that is going to appear on the Minutemen. As you can see, this is looking much more like a paramilitary or even just a full-fledged military outfit. You have a vest, some different fusion cells on their characters, as well as a holster with a 10mm pistol. Personally, I think this looks very cool. The goal of the Minutemen was to regain their numbers and really build themselves into a formidable force like they once were. Now, I think this mod's going to be cool in-game regardless of how it is integrated, even if you just install it and all the Minutemen start wearing this. It's going to freshen things up and make things look a bit sharper. Plus, it kind of makes sense if they were forced once upon a time that they would still have the same equipment. Although I think a cooler way of integrating this would be that after you recruit a certain amount of Minutemen or even have a quest, that they unlock better armor. Start the game off with all the Minutemen looking exactly the same, but maybe after you retake the castle, all the Minutemen will start spawning with these new tactical vests that do provide a better armor rating and thus buff the Minutemen as a whole, since you did do a bunch of their quests and really commit some time to them. I have no idea if that's what the mod author is going to do, but I just think that would be a really cool way to integrate this one into the game. So we do have a pretty interesting one. This is going to be water overhaul. More or less what this is going to do is overhaul a bunch of the effects from water in Fallout 4, that being new splashes, foam, rain effects, the rain itself, and the way water does interact with some different objects. I know one of the major things here is a lot more variation among water. Right now when you do have water effects, they actually are all identical to each other, but after installing this mod there will be a lot more variation. Each water effect may have a little bit of a different visual to it. All around, I think this is a pretty cool mod to have. We do have a few water overhaul mods right now, but I feel like all of them are pretty dated at this point. They came out over the summer and, well, almost a year ago at this point, which is kind of crazy to think Fallout 4 modding is that old, but regardless, I think a new water effect mod could be pretty cool and definitely something I'd like to see. So we do have the Beserker power armor. This is currently a work in progress mod. This mod author is actually looking for some help. He was having some issues with the jetpack, so if you are interested in helping this guy out or know about power armors, I have it linked down below. Definitely send him a message and reach out to him. Regardless, as you can see by these images, we do have a pretty interesting looking power armor. Again, it is called the Beserker power armor. It almost looks like a cross between like the Predator and Metroid or something like that. It does look pretty cool. It definitely looks futuristic, like a more streamlined power armor, not as bulky as the ones we have in Fallout 4 right now, which is pretty cool. I actually like the look of that. Even beyond that, it is going to come with a totally custom jetpack, and you do have a side-by-side of the vanilla jetpack with the new Beserker jetpack that is going to ship with the power armor. All around, again, I think this one looks pretty cool. It definitely has a pretty distinct look compared to some of the other power armor mods we have, and it'll definitely stand out if it ever comes to fruition. So we do have some updates on the Glock 86 Plasma Defender. This is a weapon that is going to be part of the larger Wasteland Overhaul, aiming to add in a ton of content from previous Fallout games into Fallout 4. This weapon itself did appear in Fallout 1, 2 Tactics, and New Vegas, so now having it back in Fallout 4 with the fully fledged weapon customization system that we do have is going to be quite cool. And speaking of that weapon customization system, a lot of these images are going to show you a lot of the different variants you can create with this base gun. They do say there's going to be a few different barrels, a standard, long, and automatic barrel, a few different grips, and of course some different sights, as you can see from these images. All around, this is looking very promising. I'm excited to see some of these start getting textured and more finalized so we can get releases of some of the mods that are going to be part of the larger mod Wasteland Overhaul. But all around, this one in particular is looking pretty cool. It's an interesting category, a plasma defender, a plasma pistol that's a little bit different. Plasma weapons in Fallout 4 are relatively scarce, and having a little bit more of that being fleshed out is definitely going to be cool. So last but certainly not least, we do have another update to the Fallout 3 combat armor that we did see previously. I actually showed you a lot of different assets from this one. This is also part of Wasteland Overhaul, but as you can see, we do have a more finalized render of it, and I gotta say, it does look very cool. We did see some in-game video of this a few episodes ago, and it looked very high quality there as well. Basically, the way it's gonna work is it's gonna replace a lot of the combat armor that does appear in Fallout 4 right now with this one that did appear in Fallout 3. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this episode of upcoming mods. Let me know in the comments comments down below. Did you find these mods cool? Did you find them interesting? Do you want to download these mods when they do come out? Which of them was your favorite even? Personally, I really like the look of that combat armor. I think it's going to be really cool to see your game changed a bit by it having it integrated into the leveled list. As always, again, I thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.